Tuesday's tutorial is a little bit different this week. We're going to be delving into the business side. It's no secret that the cake world is a little bit in the dark ages when it comes to the rest of the internet. So let's get you up to speed on the ASA guidelines. So firstly, what is ASA? The ASA stands for the Advertising Standard Authority. In a nutshell, this organisation regulates the content of adverts and investigates complaints made about ads or sales promotion and decides whether certain advertising complies with advertising standards codes. So basically, making sure that people aren't misled with adverts. So why am I telling you about this and what has this got to do with cake? Well, it actually applies to all vloggers, bloggers, content creators, anybody who's posting online really. But because we're in the cake community, it also applies to us. So if you've been sent a product by a brand for you to try out, if you want to post that online, you have to disclose that it has been sent to you. You need to be transparent about what you're posting online so that friends, followers, subscribers know that this was given to you by a brand. It's illegal for brands and influencers to post online without disclosing that it's sponsored content. So you will have heard me use the term influencer. So what exactly is an influencer? Straight from the dictionary, an influencer is a person or group that has the ability to influence the behaviour or opinions of others. So the influencer is the individual whose effect on the purchase decision is in some way significant or authoritative. If you have subscribers and followers on your social media and you post an opinion about a product, you are effectively in some way an influencer. You may have heard recently the likes of Rita Ora and Cara Delevingne have been pulled by the ASA for not properly disclosing what's sponsored content, especially over on Instagram. The guidelines have become really tight and they're looking more closely at social media as it grows and becomes a massive advertising platform. I know what you're going to say. You're not Rita Ora. We're not big as Rita Ora. But what we call micro-influencers are actually increasing in popularity with brands. That's because we have a more niche audience with a more concentrated, loyal following. So our niche is cake. So what's classed as an advert? An advert could be posting about your own products and services. If you've got a class you want to run and you post that online, yep, that's an advert. If you're doing giveaways or prize draws, these are also classed as a type of advert. It's called promotional marketing. Another type of advert is affiliate links. An affiliate link is usually a link to a product or service that if the subscriber clicks on and buys, you'll receive a small percentage. It doesn't cost the buyer any extra, but it does help support the influencer in creating their content. I use affiliate links under my YouTube videos and I have a notice telling people they are affiliate links. Another type of advert is working with brands. If a brand pays you or sends you a freebie or compensates you in the way of a hotel stay or an event, or if you're an ambassador and in exchange they want a blog post or a video post or a social media image or tweet, this is also an advert. There is a fine line between a sponsored post and an advert. A sponsored post is where they will either pay you or give you a freebie, but they have no control over your content. This means they haven't told you to use a specific image. They haven't told you to use a specific hashtag. They haven't told you what to say or keywords to involve, or told you to upload it at a specific time and day. If they have asked for any of that stuff, that then becomes an advert. So say that company hasn't asked for anything and they've just given you a free product and it's free reign and you can do whatever you want with it. That is a sponsored post. But just because it's not an advert doesn't mean to say you still don't have to disclose it. It can get confusing about what's an advert and what's a sponsored post. So for safety, a lot of people just call it an advert. So how do I let people know that it's an advert? That's easy. Be completely transparent. If you're making a YouTube video about it, tell your viewers that it's an advert. Pop a little word ad on the bottom of the screen or pop it in the video title. When posting on Instagram, start the caption with the word ad or advert. You have to make sure that those words are seen before the little box that says see more. Basically, people have to know that it's an advert before they click to open the whole box. And exactly the same on Facebook. Just make sure that people reading your caption can tell that it's an advert. Instagram and Facebook actually have a feature to make it easier for brands and influencers to work together and show people that it's an advert. Unfortunately, it hasn't been rolled out for everybody yet. So just make sure you write it clearly in any caption or description. The ASA have a fabulous guide online, and it actually includes a flow chart. Just using this will tell you how and why you need to label your ads. I'll leave the guide linked below if any of you want to check it out, but the flow chart is really good. There's also a section covered by the CMA which states if a post contains a past partnership or gifted item, it will still need identifying, such as you've been sent a new stencil to try by one company, so you'll type ad, because you're advertising a stencil, but maybe you're using a luster dust that a previous brand has sent over to you maybe 3 months ago. You still have to include that too. Everything that's over a year old doesn't really need to be included. So now we're up to speed on what adverts are and what influencers are. Here's a few do's and don'ts. Do disclose that your post is an ad clearly at the start of a post, video description or caption. State if you are using an affiliate link. Do be transparent with your audience. I'm pretty sure they'll respect you more for it rather than try to pull the wool over their eyes. Don't hide your ad wording beyond the see more button or bury it between lots of other hashtags. Don't let a brand talk you into removing your ad wording. Reputable brands will want you to stick to the guidelines as it affects them just as much as it affects you. Don't use hashtag gifted, hashtag spawn or hashtag collaboration with. A lot of these hashtags used to be accepted, but as they're cracking down a little harder, they now prefer the word ad, advert, advertisement and advertising. They can either be the words or the hashtags. Just as a last note, influencers get sent a lot of products, but you are under no obligation to share that online unless A, you have a contract, or B, you've mutually agreed it beforehand. If you've been sent a product and you love it, feel free to share it. Just make sure you disclose that it's an ad. If you've been sent a product and you don't like it, you're under no obligation to share that online because there is another part of the guideline where you cannot lie. So if you receive a product and you don't like it, but you tell people you do like it online, that is actually against the guidelines and pretty much common sense because it's false advertising. So sometimes if you've been sent a product and you don't like it, it's best just not to share it at all. I'll leave some examples on screen so you can see where you need to be writing ad and what's disclosed as an ad. So say we're posting on Instagram and we've been sent a mold from a company. I've used the mold, I like it, and I want to share it with everybody. I will first put ad, so people know I have been sent a product and it's not something I've bought myself with my own money. Then maybe in that mold we've used a certain sugar paste that we were sent maybe 4 months ago from a different brand. We also still have to write that we've been sent that previously. Just adding those few simple words will ensure that you're adhering to the guidelines. I hope this clears a few things up so far because we know the cake world is a million miles behind. If you find this video useful, please feel free to share it so we're all on the same page and it helps brands and cake artists work together more efficiently. Thanks guys, see you next week.